I have a dream of God.
You dreamer.
Stop.
You dreamer.
Stop it. My dream has been to perform in front of people, in front of a camera.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing more rewarding for me, fulfilling. It's a childhood dream. And so I know what it feels like to think about it, to obsess over it, to lie in bed at night, to wonder how, will it ever happen? Do I have what it takes? I know those questions, personal questions. I know what it's like to be a coward and not rise to the occasion. I know what it's like to be thrown into something and not be prepared. I know what it's like to absolutely be prepared. I know what it's like to feel like top dog. And that typically happens every month. All those things every month. And but I had somebody tell me this, and it was kind of a super spiritual hippie thing, right? And I loved it. You don't have to co-sign on this idea at all. But he basically was talking to me about the golden rule, like do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Yeah.
Okay. And so he said, all right, I'll tell you how you can figure out if you're meant to do something is figure out and identify what your dream is, find somebody else with the same dream and help them get it first. That's the golden rule.
Oh,
it's the real golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I think the success of where my students have come is when they train with me and they say, this is my dream, I say, I know exactly how you feel. It's mine too. I'll get you there before me, and I'll meet you on set. Let me get you first, and then I'll be there to join you. And that's created a very different vibe. I think that's why all of a sudden we went from, I started with like 4 children that I was teaching, and then it was like, in 2 years, it was like 127. It doesn't sound like a lot, but for one person,
That's a lot, yeah.
It was a lot for me. That's why I had to get help, because I just had so many coming.
Yeah.
But that was because I took their dream very seriously. Now, I tried to set up a system where if they weren't able to handle it, we had a litmus test where we would both know, here's what I think we should be doing, because I've done it first. Now, you can try it your way, and I'll support it. Maybe you have an idea that I need to learn. But here's our litmus test. Now, if you don't think you want to do this work, I'm not certain whether you want to do this career.
Right.
And then I also help them find another place to go. Like I'll send them to another place to train too,
Right,
because there's also the outlier that I'm just not right for them too.
Yeah.
But that seemed to make people pretty loyal in the like, okay, this dude's showing up for me and okay. And so anyway, but that's how the studio kind of grew, was because I was like, all right. This is your dream. Are you for real? This is your dream? Tell me why it's your dream. It's my dream too. Well, let's train hard, because one of us might not be here next week because our dream has come to fruition. So let's crush it. And it kind of created this momentum and this intensity in class, even with children, even because I still teach like the 7-year-olds and up. But they don't understand that per se, so I don't really put the dream on the line for a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
But
their life's still a dream.
Yeah, I mean, really. You can't, not to get into like crazy actors talk here, but certain techniques you don't want to use on young children. Their brains are still totally developing. You don't want to. You don't want to alter the joy and the innocence that they have. You don't want to let's talk about what it's like to lose a parent.
Choices and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to. So so really teaching from an imagination point of view, or creating fantasy. My wife hates it when I say fantasy.
Well, a lot of it's natural for kids, though.
Oh, they do it all the time. Like my daughter, she's 4. Like we start playing Barbies, and after 5 minutes, we're truly in the Barbie dream house, even though we're just holding the Barbies on the cabinets, on the counter.
Yeah.
But boom, it's a mansion and everything. We've got different voices. I mean, that's what I love about it. I love that imagination and turning a vision into reality. I love that.